guys, welcome back to More Sugar, More Spice with your girl Mandisa. That's me. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. First things first, thank you to all my subbies. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love that you guys are commenting. You guys are sharing my link with your friends. Continue to do that so that our family can get bigger and bigger and bigger. So today's video is give a life 101. So it's grown woman talk. Guys, I'm a grown woman because I fired my first maid. Never thought. You know how you never thought you would buy teaspoons and you didn't know how to fight the bukai when you were in varsity, you were a child, and you knew when you got into your own household. Giddy levels. Now I'm a grown woman. I got to fire a maid. And guys, I'm not being funny, okay? And I wasn't doing it for fun. I was doing it because I had to. And hey, you're thinking, good, you know, when you have a lot going on, you know, when it rains and it pours, and you have a lot going on, and you realize, you know what? I've got to prioritize, got to pick my battles because I can't cry about everything. So this is how your girl fired her first maid. Firstly, let me say, guys, I had a great experience growing up with maids. I literally only have had, I think, about 2 maids in my life with my grandma when she was raising me. I think I've had about 2, and the other one, the third one, was standing in for the other one in maternity leave. So a total of 3, but really 2, because those are the ones that really served me. And out of those 2 that I remember, one literally stayed with us for over 13 years of my life, guys. 13 years. She was like a mother to me, you know. We have so many firsts, me and her. She was amazing. She had such a beautiful heart. Oh, and she's still alive, you know. I see her every now and then. I really wanted her to come, you know, help me out with this life thing because, wow, I couldn't imagine doing it without her. But life, you know, she's got her own thing now. She's doing other things, which is really sad. That makes me sad. But I'm happy that she's, you know, good. She doesn't need this gig. Anyway, important to also note that finding a maid is really hard, guys. It's one of those things that people don't talk about. Guys, normalize talking about how hard it is to find the perfect help. Normalize conversations like that. But it's really, really hard because it's a mixture of things. One of the things that make it really hard is it's hard to find somebody who's available, right? Readily available and just ready to start, you know, because it's hard to find people who are willing to do this job of servitude. I mean, it's not everybody. For instance, I know, like, I couldn't find anybody to help me do this because they've got a perception about it. But they would never ever want to do this job because of the servitude like aspect of it. That they would literally rather suffer than serve somebody. I mean, that's why I didn't even look. I'm not gonna tell you what I got, but I didn't even look there because wow, okay. But another thing that makes it really hard is compatibility. Finding somebody who's compatible with you guys is really, really important. You want to find somebody who's aligned with you guys, who's similar to you guys. You don't want a stranger. You don't want the person should fit in because in essence, this person is literally a new family member, and it's important that you guys gel and you guys are compatible because this it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you need to consider things like compatibility, and that's another thing that makes it so hard to find somebody. The third thing is affordability. Guys, there's no money. So you also need to find somebody who's willing to do the work and cover the scope of the amount of money that you have. But also, guys, stop. Normalize rewarding your helpers, okay? The famous 3 word of the day, normalize. Hey, don't like, guys. okay? But you also, that's another factor. When I home winning, we have my 3,000. When you don't have that kind of money, you know, just spend on that. The other fourth thing is the legalities around getting the help. We know, okay, don't look left. We know that there's a lot of illegal immigrants that are in our country looking for jobs. They need the jobs. It's really rough right now in Zim. You know, my heart goes out to the people out there. I have family down there, and it's really rough. And we have a lot of people here who are willing to do the job for like the smallest amount of money, but they're not legal. They don't have permits. They don't have passports, you know. So there's also that. You can't even hire them permanently because, or you can't even hire them at all because you shouldn't be, because they don't have the right paperwork. And then hella, the last thing is vibes, guys. Like I said, vibes. You can't be living with somebody in the same house and you don't get along, you know, and you don't share the same beliefs in terms of like religion, especially if this person is going to be raising your child, attending to your child. When you're mature, obviously you can make your own decisions. You've made up your mind about a lot of things. But imagine introducing to somebody who their belief system is totally different from what you believe, and that could present a clash. Because I mean, it's sad, and it's one of those things I'm really struggling to deal with. It's sad, but it's true. This person's going to spend probably more time with your child than you, and you need to pick them correct, because it's your one responsibility as a parent, you know. And two, because you owe it to your child. Make sure that the vibes are correct. Don't get somebody who you should discern, pray about it. God will show you, you know. I know ask, scout first. It's a problem for you. Get rid of them, because you don't want a situation where you're paying somebody to make your life hard. Yeah, people do that. You don't want that. So vibes are very important. Make sure that you guys, you're on the same page, lads. I mean, I had a little energy more like home on night. What's going on? Tits. What's going on? Tits. It's got to yeah, I was 2000. Think I got clapped. And those vibes also, but I'm tell you, sometimes the vibes are because of the age, right? Because I know when we were looking for the help, we were looking for help, we wanted somebody who was older, right? Because we wanted somebody who could handle Wana, but we also didn't want like a gogo or like a koko and makulu, because it's very hard to teach those people new things. So my husband was really adamant. He was clear. But I was like, no, maybe like 40, 35, because we want somebody who's mature, but we don't want somebody we won't be able to manage, because wow, what's it Ali? Well, I'm set on their ways, right? So this is how this went. So firstly, baby Q was on the way. We were managing our household chapelari too. I was handling the housework fine, really. I didn't mind. I made time, and my husband is a really dope husband of the century. So he's a cool guy. He's not here telling me, hey, he knew what I had my way of doing things, and I would tend to things according to my schedule, right? And he was cool with that. So we were managing our household shop, and baby Q was coming, and we knew what we needed to find somebody who would help us with the baby and just stay with the baby while because you know what, guys, I want to be a housewife, but I can't. You know what I mean? Because gotta work, because paper, because money, right? So I knew that eventually I'd have to go back to work, and I need somebody that I can trust to stay with my child. And my mom works, and I don't have any siblings or like cousins that are sitting at home not doing anything, you know. And we just decided, okay, we need to find somebody, and we were really set on finding somebody before Q came, because we wanted to test the vibes, like I said. But unfortunately, the person was only able to come, I think it was 2 days after a day after Q was born. I was in hospital, and finally this lady came. So how I found this lady, I was looking, guys, it's tough. I was looking everywhere. I was asking family and friends. I was asking everybody I could trust. How is somebody who can tend to my child or mind my child while I'm at work? And I think I gave myself about 4 months, and after those 4 months I had nothing. So I think in my last month at work there was a couple of people that I thought I could talk to about it, and somebody suggested somebody, and I was like, oh great, because she was great, her vibes were awesome. So I was like, yeah, put me on, right? And so I spoke to this lady. First thing, wow, she was stalling. I think we were playing that game for like an entire 2 weeks, and then finally she came. And then when she came, I had to go pick her up with my husband, and she's like, no, sorry, yeah. Okay, she doesn't talk like that, but you know what I mean. So she's just making a lot of excuses, and then eventually the baby came, and I think that's when she started realizing, oh, Spani, right? And she was picked up at her sister's house, and then she came to the house. I was at hospital, and my mom was like, oh, I was able to pick her up because Mama had broken to take her. I was ready to pick her up. I was able to pick her up, and you know, she's at the house. She cooked, she cleaned. Cool. Nna ke go sepetlele. Ke na le kana go ha go sepetlele ke ka rona le go service. You're being taken care of, everything. You're living the life. Because of the C-section, I think I was there for like 4 days. Yeah. So there I was at the hospital. And then I got discharged. I think it was on the Thursday. I got discharged and I came home. I come into the house, you know, hey, I'm paying, guys. Ooh, but that's another story for another day. So Gahutla, and the house is clean, and I see her. Okay, now first we go shop ahead. Yeah, the house is clean. Why baby sharp? Like that. One true. Yeah, one hour. Oh ha. Oh na matha. Kauna bo ha. Botata buti. Yeah no. First weekend. Ke batla wa o isetsa ngwana ditlhako go get okay cool sharp. Second weekend. Okay. Third weekend. This woman literally didn't want to work weekends, and she didn't tell me, and she was staying, and we had an agreement, right? We had a terms of agreement. You're in 2 weeks, and then the other 2, you're in 2 weeks in the month, and the other 2 weeks you can go and do your own thing, right? It doesn't matter. You don't work on Sundays, obviously, but like Saturday, got to Sunday. And that time my child is still 3 minutes old. The lady was not about staying, guys. The lady was just not about staying, and just the vibes we were not connecting at that level. I think she was about like probably in her late 40s. And this time, obviously, I'm preoccupied with baby Q because I'm trying to settle in my being, and I couldn't be bothered. My mom's taking care of me. She's giving me the food. The lady there, I'm not really interacting with her that much. Okay, so I think about 2, 3, 4 weeks into the whole thing. Now I'm up and about. The most. She comes into the room. She's like, "Kana, hakiso gore ya go hale Nelina yang nakana konne ke bereka teng. Konne ke bereka teng ne ke sape. Mo sape. Ne ba ikapela. Oh, okay. Now I'm going through it, guys. Post-birth here, postpartum. I'm going through it. My peace is so important at this point. Okay, sharp. Mama, what I am going to Mama. Strike 1. Strike 2. The following day. I think it was the weekend now, the following day. She has to go somewhere again. This is like her 3rd week, her third week. Yeah. Strike 2. She's on some, I think she's doing laundry. Yeah. So my mom walks her through how to do the laundry, operating the machine and everything. And yeah, she does it just sharp, sharp. After she takes the laundry from the line, she comes to my room and she's like, Kana, I get a laundry for her, for Beraka. Nakana ko negi Beraka ting, negi sai. No sai. And I gain and I live on a thing about casuals, I have a uniform, what. Okay. And then after that, I talked to my mom about it. She's like, fourth weekend now, this lady. Whatnot. Cool. So now this means that this lady is not available for us on the weekend. The weekend is you time. I mean, the whole week belongs to your employer because you're only home late. You don't have enough time. The weekend on Saturday. Sunday, it's church, it's God day, it's family day. Sharp. I get. So this lady's not willing to support us 2 Saturdays in a month. And we need her. That was like the 3rd strike. 4th strike, this lady now is always on her phone. And on the phone when she's talking, like, I remember my mom actually saying this lady reminds her of some bully lady. And it was just those vibes. She was always very combative. Mood conversations are very confrontational. You know, and I just realized, sister, this is not serving you. You can't be paying somebody to make you feel uneasy in your own house. So I talked to my husband about it. Get a babe. I know we're in a fix right now because Q is here, but we need to let this woman go and find somebody else. And I was like, well, you do it. He's like, nah, you hired her. You do it. So I had to put on my grown woman pants and just tell this lady, hold on, you know what, sister? You know, it's been real, but it's not working. You're not what we thought you would be. And, you know, we feel very uncomfortable forcing you or coercing you into doing things you don't want to do. For instance, she had previously complained about her leg being bad from like a car accident or something like that. So imagine for someone to you end up looking like Loena Savage. So I told her, you know what, it's not working. We're gonna have to let you go. We will pay you however your full amount of money that we owe you. And because I knew what I want to say, or something like that, I told her, you can come back for your stuff. You can come back for your stuff next week. It's cool. Just call me and we will let you in and you can take your stuff. So that's that. And that's how I fired my first maid. And it was quite traumatic. I think that month hella was not nice. Thank God right now we found a better person who's, you know, doing the most. We're grateful for that. So yeah, that's just that regarding firing a maid and finding somebody that's compatible with your household. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate it so much. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share this video so that your friends can see it and they too can like, and we can get bigger and bigger and bigger. I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.